Our first case is going to be Audrey Flowers. Ms. Flowers, would you please give us your DOC, your full name and DOC number?
Audrey Flowers, 183-680.
Thank you. Ms. Flowers, let me explain our process to you. First, I'm going to read some information into the record, and the board is going to conduct a parole interview with you. At the appropriate time, we will allow those persons who wish to have input to speak. I see you have a number of people there. I have a few people listed on my list here, some of which may or may not want to speak, but you have a right to have 3 persons speak on your behalf if you wish. So I'm going to call the names of those I have and ask them if they want to speak or not. Dolores Landry, who is your sister. Ms. Landry, are you there? Do you wish to speak, ma'am?
Dolores F. Landry.
Do you want to speak on her behalf or no?
No.
No.
Okay. Sandra Flemings.
No, sir.
Okay. Kendick Depron. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your names.
Okay. No, I'm not speaking.
Okay. Ashley Flowers.
She's not here. She's not here.
She's not there. Is there anyone else there on your behalf that wishes to speak?
Right here.
Jonathan Flowers.
And Mr. Flowers, you wish to speak?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anyone else?
No, sir.
Okay. Also here in opposition are Melissa Wilson Pugh, Ijane Branch, Edward Wilson III, Dawn Urson, I'm sorry, Janice Madison, Mabel Landry, Laurie White, and Scott Stassi. Those speaking will be Edward Wilson III, Dawn Urson, Mabel Landry, and Mr. Scott Stassi. At the end, you'll be allowed to make a brief statement before the board votes, then we will vote. Do you understand our process, sir? Ma'am, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Flowers, this is a matter of Audrey Flowers, DOC number 183-680. Ms. Flowers' date of birth is March the 4th of 1961. She's classified as a 3rd felony offender. She has a parole eligibility date of July 14th of 2023, an adjusted good time date of January the 14th of 2043, and a full term date of July 13th of 2043. She is currently serving a 40-year sentence on the charges of simple arson and manslaughter. Ms. Flowers, is that information basically correct?
No, I'm not charged with arson, but I'm charged with manslaughter.
Okay, you were revoked on arson and you
Oh,
finished that term, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your case has been assigned to Mr. Pete Freeman. Would you please answer any questions he might have?
Okay,
Yes, sir.
good morning, Ms. Flowers. How old are you?
62.
Okay, and how long you been incarcerated on these charges?
20 years.
Okay. So you've done half of a 40-year sentence.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your educational level?
12.
Okay, Ms. Flowers, let's start off with the first one. You burnt Mr. Richard Smith's house. Tell me about that. What was going on? Why would you do something like that?
Because he kept on threatening me. That's why.
Okay, what was he threatening you? Did y'all have a relationship?
Yeah.
Okay, was it a romantic relationship?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how long did you and Mr. Smith see each other?
About 3 years.
Okay. Let's go to the second incident. Miss Carrie Wilson, was Miss Carrie Wilson married to someone that you were having a relationship with?
Yes.
Is that why you burned her house down and stabbed her?
No, I didn't burn a house down.
So tell me how the house got burnt down.
I don't know. I left, but I didn't burn it down.
Okay, well, at first in a statement that I read, it said that you said a gasoline can fell over and somehow a paper towel ignited it.
I don't remember.
Trying to say now that you wasn't there?
I left. I don't remember that.
Okay, well, what was y'all altercation about? Why did you go to her house?
Because I went there to talk to her, but her kept calling my house and my job, and we got into a big argument. And she pulled a knife out and cut me. So I took the knife from her and cut her.
Okay. Were you jealous of her?
No, sir.
Okay. Shows that you've had a few periods of supervision. One you completed. Two were revoked. One was revoked because of this instant offense. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it says you have 2 children. You have a relationship with your children?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Looking at the law enforcement comments, Judge Baptiste is unopposed. Opposed is the district attorney, Timmy Collins, speaking on behalf of Tony Clayton. Opposed is the sheriff, Brett Stassi. Mr. Ronnie Abair was speaking on his behalf. Unopposed is Dolores Landry, that's your sister, correct?
Yes, sir.
Unopposed is Sandra Fleming, that's your sister, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then we have statements from the victims, which they're gonna speak today, but they're all very much opposed to you being released. Okay,
Yes, sir.
all right, you have a criminal record. Back in 1986, you were convicted of aggravated battery with a dangerous weapon. Tell me what happened.
Well, I don't remember.
Don't remember,
It's been a while.
okay, because you served 5 years on that sentence.
Right
And
here.
you don't remember what you did?
It's been so long. I know me and a girl got into it. Madeline Green.
Was a weapon involved?
Yes,
Was it a knife?
a knife.
Okay. Her knife or your knife?
Her knife, that burns.
Okay. Then you had a simple assault. You also had a telephone harassment charge. Do you remember what that was about?
No, no, sir.
Okay, that was continued without date, so you wasn't convicted of that.
No, sir.
Okay, you have another telephone charge. It was continued without date. And then you have the aggravated arson and then the instant offense. Okay,
Yes, sir.
what you originally charged with 1st-degree murder on this offense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and was your did you plead or go to trial?
I plead. I didn't go to trial.
Okay. So they pled it down to a manslaughter from a 1st-degree murder, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you got 40 years.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about what you've done since you've been in there. I see that you've taken quite a few classes. What class you took that you learned the most from?
Substance abuse, reentry, anger management, life insurance, and single mom.
Okay,
And
what did you learn from the substance abuse? Did you drink when you was on the streets?
Yes, sir.
Did you do drugs when you were on the streets?
No, sir.
Okay, how much you drank?
Every day.
What was your drink of choice?
Budweiser.
Budweiser, okay. And what you've done, you've taken Celebrate Recovery and Living in Balance, correct?
Yes, sir.
What did you learn from those 2 classes?
What class?
What did you learn from them?
For reentry?
Celebrate
Oh,
recovery.
survey recovery. I learned a lot.
Okay, what?
Listen to other people about drinking and how it do you when you be drunk.
Okay, what about living in balance? What did you learn from living in balance?
I learned a lot from living in balance.
Okay, tell me what, I mean, I know you learned a lot through the classes. What did it teach you? What is it gonna help you if you ever get back on the street?
It teach me how to treat people and help people.
Treat people and help people, okay? You have a low risk of medium needs. You've only had 7 write-ups in 20 years. Your last one was in 12, 14, or 16. It was a disobedience. What was that about?
That me and a girl had got into it.
Okay,
And she threw a lot of warm water on my body.
okay. And you responded to protect yourself, or what did you? What led to the altercation?
Because she had asked me for something and I didn't give it to her. And she got angry.
How about in 2015, you had a 30W. What was that about?
Me and this girl had thrown coffee on each other. We was playing
What
around.
on each other? Coffee?
Yes, sir. And we was playing around and throwing coffee. I threw coffee on her.
Y'all were playing around or y'all were serious?
It got serious.
That's serious. Coffee's pretty hot. What's gonna be your employment plan if you get out?
Get me a job. So I'd be able to pay my parole.
Okay, what kind of work are you qualified to do?
Cooking.
Okay, it's gonna be your residence plan. Who you gonna live with?
My mama.
Okay, your health.
Huh?
How's your health?
It's in bad shape.
Okay, what you got wrong with you?
High blood pressure, diabetes.
Warden, what do you have to say about Ms. Flowers?
Yes, good morning. You had noted about her disciplinary record, which is pretty good, only 7 write-ups, and most of those were Schedule A's. She is planning to go live with family, so that will be a help. She does currently live in our infirmary medical ward right now. So she does have some medical and mental health diagnoses that we would obviously set up aftercare appointments for her if she is granted parole today.
Warden, she takes medicine for her mental issue?
Yes, sir, and she has been compliant. And you probably saw in the packet as well, she has tried with literacy for education, but at this time, Ms. McGovern doesn't feel that she would be able to attain a GED.
I have no further questions. Thank you, Maribel. Ms. Flowers, any question?
Miss Flowers, you indicated that if there's a scenario where you have a disagreement with somebody, tell me now, how would you handle that disagreement with somebody?
I walk away.
Okay. How much education did you have?
12
Hmm?
grade.
You got your high set?
No, sir. No, ma'am.
You didn't get your high school diploma? Did you try in these times you've been in jail?
Yes, ma'am.
What did they say?
They had put me on probation and they said that I couldn't do it.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry to hear that.
I think she's tried on 3 separate occasions for where the high set.
Okay, great. Now you indicated that you plan on cooking. You think you're gonna be able to work a cooking job? What do you?
Yeah, I used to do it at school.
Oh, okay. But now you're in the infirmary. So when's the last time you had a job in the prison?
Oh, about 2 years ago.
About 2 years. And what was that job?
Housekeeping.
You did housekeeping?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how's your mobility?
It's okay.
You can move around, you can walk and you can move around?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, all right. Is there any plans to apply for disability for her?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. All right, thank you. That's all I had.
Thank you, Ms. Wise. Now we'll hear from your supporters. Mr. Jonathan Flowers. Flowers, if you'll introduce yourself and tell us what you'd like us to know.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Jonathan Flowers, and I'm Audrey's nephew. And I would like to tell y'all that like we saw a lot of change in her, and she do have a whole family that is waiting on her. She have her grandkids, her nephews, and all that. And she's a very lovable person. And like herself, I suffer from depression and anxiety, and I became a better person once I got on my medication and started using it right. And I just wanted to let y'all know that I think that she'll have a better chance coming home because she still has her family and grandkids that's out there that really love her. Like we really love our auntie. We never saw nothing bad about what happened. You know, she raised us coming up wise and all that. And we never saw the bad side of her or nothing like that. So, but I just want to say, like, if she's willing to get out and take her medication and all that, and I'm just telling her this too, that I used to be a troubled person, and once I got and started taking my medicine right, I changed my life. I got 2 kids now, and you know, like we miss her. She used to be our auntie. Well, she still is our auntie, and she was never like no outsider. She was there for everybody and everything, and she just had a problem, a drinking problem. And I pray to God that that is gone, and that she just get out and get her medication. And I'm a witness of the medication. I take my anxiety and my depression medication because right now I'm nervous. I wouldn't be able to stand up here and talk to y'all, but I'm a better person now. And I figured that they have a chance out there for her because I didn't see myself as a father now and as a person, really as a person. But since I started taking my medicine and doing everything right, God had blessed me with 2 little girls. I got married. I've been in trouble like all my life coming up because I always had a depression problem, anger problem, all that, but I never got help for it. And I'm just letting y'all know that, I mean, it's a second chance. I just pray to God that it's a second chance for her because she still have family out here. They love her. Like we really love her.
Thank you, Mr. Flowers. We appreciate your comments and congratulations on how well you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now we'll hear from the opposition, Mr. Edward Wilson. Mr. Wilson, if you'll introduce yourself, sir, and just tell us what you'd like us to know.
Good morning, my name is Edward Wilson, and I'm Gary Wilson's son. And I know Audrey Flowers as being Willie. She traumatized my mama. She kept on and on behind her. She wasn't a type of person, a violent person, none of that. And Audrey Flowers don't deserve to be out because I have heard her say that she was gonna kill my mom and my little sister. And it wasn't once, it was more than one time that she spoke on it. I've been through depression. I'm still going through things. I have nightmares. I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about it. I have 2 kids that never see their grandfather. But she deserved to get up. To see her, what about ours? We have kids. She didn't see me get married. She didn't see my kids grow up. She didn't see her nephews, her grandkids, none of them. Because of something that she did over jealousy. She stalked my mama on the kitchen. She broke in the house and just stuck to my mom belongings. More than once. And for her to say that she went to talk to my mom, but she was harassing. No, my mom was a church person. Didn't bother nobody. We crossed paths. And my mama literally stopped me from doing Audrey something. Because I wanted to do something. And she stopped me. Told me don't do that. I take medicine. I can't sleep at night. But she deserved to come home because she had a family to love her. What about our family?
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. I appreciate your comments, sir. Now we'll hear from Ms. Mabel Landry, who I believe is on Zoom.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yes,
Yes, sir, I can. Can you hear me?
ma'am. Hear you very well. Would you introduce yourself, please, and tell us what you'd like us to know?
Thank you. My name is Mabel Landry. I'm Carrie's sister. And I appreciate the opportunity to come before you and to give you my sentiments concerning the parole for Ms. Flowers. And I'm just asking you all to not allow Ms. Flowers to take part in this parole program simply because the same 20 years Ms. Flowers have been incarcerated, those are the same 20 years we've been having to deal with the loss, the pain. You heard from my nephew's voice how things have been for us and with the family. And again, to reiterate what he said about his mother was exactly true. But I'm asking you all to not allow her to take a participation in this parole system because Ms. Flowers was incarcerated before for doing some things that she shouldn't have done. And she was given a chance then to be out. Matter of fact, she should have been incarcerated when this detestable act she pulled with my sister. But she was allowed to be out and to take her life and make herself a productive citizen. She decided not to. And she decided, like my nephew said, to harass the life of my sister. So I'm asking you to not allow her to participate, to think about her mind. Is her mind ready? I know the 20 years she's been in has been the same 20 years we've been in, but she was allowed before to be out. And I think about the innocent families that live in Louisiana. I live in Atlanta. The innocent families that live in Louisiana, in Iberville Parish, and Plaquemine, and all those places that she's near. I think about the future for her. Is she ready? Will we allow her to leave the system, not knowing that she has the mind to be a productive citizen, a mind to allow people to live their lives innocently according to the law? The law says that we have a right to certain things in life. And when you have a mind to take that away from people because you don't have respect for the law, I think that something has to be done. And I think I'm asking you all to please allow her to stay in and receive the care that she needs to get her mind in a position, her mind in a state that she can live a productive life. And innocent people like we were, just living the life that God had given us. The Bible says, what's in the heart, the mouth speaketh. And she has spoken several times of what she was going to do. Okay, so I'm asking you all to please take all of this in consideration. The Bible also says that the heart is desperately wicked. Who could know it? So I'm asking you, Lord, you all this morning to please not let her allow you all to make the decisions that other judicial members in the past have made, to give her a chance, and then she took the chance and put Iberville Parish on the map, put,
Thank you, Ms. Landry. We
thank
appreciate
you so much if you would do that for us. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Miss Dawn Person.
Dawn Person. I'm Carrie's oldest daughter. Audrey Flowers Perez threatened and stalked my mother from January of 2002 until she murdered her on July 14, 2003. My mom kept a lot of the harassment to herself. We didn't find out until after she died. She kept the 5-subject tablet in a briefcase in her home of all the phone calls Audrey made from Tiva where she worked, from the school where she cooked at White Castle. Audrey has also threatened us as well. She murdered my mom over my daddy, a house, and $100,000 insurance. We don't feel safe. My oldest son passed away 4 years ago, and he was the eye of my mother. She would have been there. We all have been suffering. I've been taking depression and anxiety medication since July 14th of 2003. I have nightmares. I miss my mom. I have a grandbaby that she never got the opportunity to see. I go to church in White Castle, where she's from and where all of her family's from. I've been going to this church since 2004. My pastor has helped me through all of this. I miss my mom every day. We also have family members in Platinum. I don't want to run into her because she's not remorseful. I answered the phone the day that she poured bleach, red pepper, all over my mom's clothes. The only thing she didn't damage in my mom's closet was my daddy's fire. She's not remorseful. I read my mom a house. She left a knife embedded in my mother's knee. My mom left here praying. She left here with her hands over her head. Praying she may get into heaven because my mom never hurt anyone. And this is a nightmare. I'm sorry, I got to watch I see it for it. But I needed to know. And I know my mom never harassed me. I still have the tablet of all the information. So I asked the parole board, please don't let her out. Please.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we'll hear from Mr. Scott Stassi. Mr. Stassi. You're on mute, Mr. Stassi.
Thank you. My name is Scott Stassi. I'm an assistant district attorney in Iberville Parish. I work for the former DA Ricky Ward, who this conviction was obtained under, and I currently work for Tony Clayton, the current DA. We join with the family in requesting that the parole board deny parole to Ms. Flowers. And it's done in part because this resulted from a plea agreement. The family and Ricky Ward and Tony Clayton talked about it. The family agreed to reduce the sentence from what would have been a life sentence to 40 years with the Department of Corrections. The facts of the case are very heinous, and I sympathize with the family for having to go through this process. But they told us then and at the time of the plea that they would show up at each occasion and try to have the sentence handed down by the judge followed through. So with that, we asked the parole board to deny the parole. We see behind Ms. Flowers and me and my staff and my boss. We know that Flowers family back there, and there are a lot of good people in there, and we feel for them too. But the fact that Ms. Flowers took the life of Ms. Carrie Wilson is something that The 40-year sentence is agreed to by the family, and we had asked that the parole board allow that sentence to be carried out. It does allow Ms. Flowers an opportunity to get out, but it is the sentence that was the result of a plea agreement entered to by the family. And we thank you for hearing from the Wilson family, and thank you for hearing from us.
Thank you, Mr. Stassi. We appreciate your comments. Ms. Flowers, is there anything you'd like to say to the board before the board votes?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Somebody-
No, she does not.
Mr. Freeman?
Okay, first off, I want to thank the family of the victim for showing up today. I know it's very tough, and we do appreciate it. It does help in our decision-making process. Also thank her family for showing up on her behalf to show that she would have support in the community. You know, Ms. Flowers, the big problem I have is that you've done this twice. It's like you get mad, you get angry, and the way that you fix your anger is just not in the proper way. I mean, you're gonna burn, you're gonna try to kill. You know, it's a very heinous crime. And my vote today, I just do not think you're ready. I think it could happen again, and my vote is to deny.
Thank you, Mr. Freeman. Ms. Wise?
Thank you, Chairman. To the Wilson family, I thank you all for the courage that it took to show up here today, and I'm so sorry for your loss. To Ms. Flowers' family, it's so encouraging to see that she has that support on the outside. It makes a world of difference. For me, Ms. Flowers, we get to a point in life where we need to own it. This is who I was then. This is who I am today. You didn't own it for me today. You didn't. You were just like, I don't remember what you've done. You've done people harm. You've done a lot of harm to people in your past, and there's nothing you can undo that. But at least you can own it today, and then say, I have healed. Now I'm doing this. I didn't see that today, and that's what I was looking for. That's why I asked you that question. You walk away, but you know you haven't been walking away in the prison yet. For me, my vote is to deny as well. The law enforcement opposition has been expressed here at the hearing. The impact of your crime on your victims. That's just, and you have high needs in the mental health and antisocial thinking. I really need you, and you'll get another hearing, you get another opportunity to own who you were then, and then tell us who you are today. That is my vote, Chairman.
Thank you, Ms. Wise. We appreciate your comments. Ms. Flowers, you have 2 votes to deny your parole. I agree with my colleagues on all the things they've said. I would like to thank as well the family of the victim in this case, as well as your family for being supportive. You've got a little more work to do. There's a time when you're going to get out. It's just not today. So we encourage you to keep working on yourself and perhaps recognize what harm you've caused and accept that. So good luck to you. The vote is 3 votes to deny your parole.
Thank you.
Thank you.